All right, welcome back, everyone. One of those days, drop your questions in, hit the Q&A button, drop your questions in. I'm going to focus mostly on Q&A. Crazy busy day for me. After MDLY halted and then, like Lizzie went nowhere, HUSA spiked or HUSN spiked and failed. A lot of just kind of fizzles in the low price momentum stocks. So my focus when that happens, when you get the leader of the pack, MDLY was looking good, but then halted news pending, and then everything else just kind of fizzles out. Those are those days where I just look to do other things. I've got, blog posts to write. I've got YouTube videos to do. I'm working on a couple personal projects. I'm writing a book. It's a topic that I talk about a lot. You'll hear Tim Sykes talk about a lot. You don't have to be a slave to the market. And my main watch, MDLY, it halted before the 9:45 window. It's hard halted news pending. And, VVPR tried to go green, didn't. WKHS did break 30, but pulled back. So I got a lot of afternoon setups, but these are just kind of the days where, you don't have to trade every day. Don't be a slave to the market, and I think that when you've got your setups, you show up every day, you make your plan, you get ready, you're prepared, and then most of your ideas fizzle out. I think that one of the worst things you can do is start digging for a trade, and because I think one of the best ways to take a dumb loss is if none of your ideas hit your targets, none of your ideas play out the way they do. I think one of the worst things you can do is then try and force something. So anyway, hit that Q&A button. Nice thing is, if you're trading higher price stocks, quote unquote real stocks, look at that move on the SPY, man, beautiful, love it. I saved a bunch of screenshots. A bunch of people were all talking about this September 3rd market crash, and here we are. For all intents and purposes, all the way back. Not far from all-time highs. So beauty of that is, again, if you're swing trading more real stocks, more high-price stocks, you can see on the high-low ticker, Amazon's printed 1,300 high days today. Apple's printed 500 high days. The NASDAQ, the QQQs hit high day 450. NVIDIA 450, Facebook 450, Google 400, Goldman Sachs 330, Tesla 330, Costco 250. So that's, we love to see this, again, if you're more of that quote unquote real stock trader. That's exactly what you want to see. And speaking of trends, we've got, I know everyone's going to ask, so I'm going to give my opinion on Apple, and then I'll be back tomorrow at noon. I'm assuming the iPhone announcement, is 1 p.m. Eastern, right? I think they always do 1 p.m. Eastern, don't they? So, October 13th, I'm guessing it's... I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's always 1 p.m. I'm pretty sure. So anyway, I'll reiterate my opinion tomorrow. But I got concerns. I think this phone really, really, really has to be awesome, or the market, might perceive it as a letdown. So I'm rooting for them. Listen, I hope it's the most. I think I'm still running a 10. I don't even know what this phone is. I think I got a 10. But anyway, I'm excited. I'm due for a new phone. I hope the 12 is awesome. But there's so much hype around this. I think it's really got to wow people. So let me check the VWAP scan. Not much going on in breaking news right now. Bitcoin over 11.5. That's nice. Let me grab the VWAP scan, see what we got, and then I'll grab some Q&A. NNDM and CGC, probably the only ones interesting. NNDM had a nice move early. So NNDM, it's decent. I mean, that's a breakout over 3. Not in love with NNDM, but you do have a potential. So if this breaks 3, I think you got a possible runner there. NNDM on VWAP scan should run over 3. Standard risk on VWAP. And then what else? CGC, weed stocks. I hate weed stock. Whoa, dang. All right. Wait a minute. I almost went on my heavy metal rendition of one of my favorite songs, I Hate Weed Stocks. But, wow. What's up? Damn. So I still hate weed stocks. Hate them more than, I don't know. I hate weed stocks more than I hate vegetables. So, but it's the setup. And good volume, 10 million shares, multi-month breakout. You got a high day over 20, probably risk down at VWAP. Same plan, basically same plan as any. Good volume, 60-day average, 4.1 million shares, traded 10 million as of, so you got 10 million shares traded at noon. So it's new. I mean, the 60-day average is what we look. You got 4 million, and it's halfway through the day, and you've got 10 million. So CGC's in play if you don't hate weed stocks as much as I do. So those are the only 2. Yep. IPOB? Just kind of sideways. All right, let's grab some Q&A. WWR. So we already had one failed red to green. So I'm not in love with this. You got that failed red to green right there. So, my kind of feeling is, if you were and we talked about the red to green this morning. I kind of feel like if WWR was gonna go, it would have done it right there. So, Brahma Bull. I like that username, by the way. Brahma Bull. Who knows who the Brahma Bull is? I seem to make like a rock reference like every webinar. But anyway, I dig your username. But I'm not in love with WWR simply because it's already had one failed red to green. So. Saw your video this weekend. Are there no long opportunities in a bear market? Oh, no, Niles. I mean, Niles, remember, the beauty, when you talk about, when and if, number one, yes, I did a YouTube video on the bear market. I think we're nowhere near it. Now, here's the simple fact. We got an enormous wild card 3 weeks from now. I'm sure all of you guys know the wild card I'm speaking of. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen, a month from now. But the beauty of it, Niles, is hot sector plays always work. That's why we love hot sectors. Because there's always going to be something for the bulls to get fired up about. So, yes, there's opportunities in a bear market, low float, hot sector plays, same stuff we look for every day. Remember this, Niles, and write this down. Much like, what is it? Bad hair don't, what's that? Bad hair don't care. How do you say that? Bad hair don't, there's There's a meme. Anyway, penny stocks don't care. Low float, hot sector stocks with ridiculous volume don't care what the overall market's doing. Okay? I mean, think about SPI. Okay? I think, remember SPI from a month ago? It went from 1 to like 47. If I remember that day, the overall market was red, if I remember right. So that's the beauty of it. Mara holding VWAP, Bitcoin, what do you think? Again, Bitcoin over 1150, I like it. Mara just broke high day. Giovanni with Bitcoin running. I mean, this is what you look for. You're buying this high day break. You're risking VWAP. You got a sympathy play because of Bitcoin. So, Mara, totally a potential hard break play here. Risk on VWAP. Bitcoin running. 250 break. Whole dollar, half dollar area. So, I'm always going to say this. Whole dollar, half dollar area. You got to have a plan. You got to stick to it. But, Mara always runs when Bitcoin's run. Riot just hit a high day. So now you got Riot hitting a high day. You got Mara hitting a high day. You got a VWAP hold. And you got a hot sector play. So, Giovanni, I like it. So, and here's the thing. Worst case scenario, you lose 12 cents a share. So, you buy at 248, you stop at 236, 237. I mean, at the end of the day, and I'll finish on this, the reason we are trading and not gambling is, we're not just putting $100 on red 15. Okay? We're not just spinning the roulette wheel, red 15, $100. And then red 15 doesn't come up, you lose your $100. You got 1-to-1 risk to reward, win 100, lose 100. That's why it drives me nuts when people call trading gambling. In my opinion, with Mara, if you're risking 12 cents a share, you could very realistically make 30 cents a share, 40 cents a share if Bitcoin continues to go. So now you're risking 3-to-1. And that's why it's not gambling. And you've got odds on your side. Bitcoin's running, former runner, all the things we look for. So, it's a little early in the day, but I mean, again, worst case scenario, you lose 12 cents. You live to fight another day. Best case scenario, it spikes 275, 280, 290. That's what you're here to do. Make consistently repeatable setups with the odds in your favor. That's what you're looking to do. So, is JKS going to go green? Oh, my God. Oh. What do you think? Is JKS going to go? I need to put up a poll. Will JKS go red to green for the 21st day in a row? And I'm not. I am not being sarcastic. Count the candles on JKS. JKS, my friends, is like the greatest representation of the stock market in 2020. I mean, other than... Now, listen, I know, and you're going to say, well, Tim, it had a red day. That red day, 3 days ago, it closed 10 cents red. All right? 10 cents red. For all intents and purposes, that's a green day. So, anyway, congrats. Whoever brought up JKS, thank you. It was on the weekly watch list. So, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I don't even. It's like 25 Green Days in a row. But yet every clown on Twitter, this is what I want you to do. Every clown on Twitter that's tried to short this over the last 20 days, pour some coffee out for all those dead homies. I don't want to dump it on my keyboard, but pour some coffee out for all the dead homies that have been trying to guess the top on JKS for a month. And you, my friends, have a great day. How's Mara looking? Did I just see a new high day? Nice. I'm not like, listen, it's 4 cents, but nice. It's not like it spiked $4, but nice move there. So, Riot, new high day. All right. Good stuff, guys. Thank you for, thank you guys for being a good team because, listen, I don't want to say I forgot about JKS, but I wasn't really going to talk about it till you guys brought it up. You guys consistently bring up actionable stocks, tradable stocks, good ideas, etc. So I really appreciate it, and have a great day. And I'll be live tomorrow over at Stocks to Trade at 8:30. Otherwise, check out the Steady Trade team. I'm live at 3:30 and 6 p.m. So, and I was in chat at 5:45 a.m. this morning. So, talking tickers, baby. So, all right. Have a great day. Get some, Mara!